Good afternoon, Ipswich. My name is Tony Marino. I'm the town manager here in Ipswich, and I'm joined with Lieutenant John Hubbard from our Ipswich Emergency Management Team, Colleen Hubbard, our Public Health Director, Dr. Brian Blake, School Superintendent, and Sheila Taylor, our Council on Aging Director. We're here today just to update the town on the ongoing situation with COVID-19, also known as the coronavirus. As everyone is well aware, the governor has declared a state of emergency in Massachusetts, as have other states. And we wanted to let you know that we've been meeting for weeks to discuss preparations for this and also keeping notices up on the website. But we wanted to take this minute just to update you on currently what things are going on, any programs that may be canceled, classes, et cetera, et cetera. So with that, I'm going to pass it over to Dr. Brian Blake to give you an update on what's going on with the schools.
Hi, good afternoon. Thank you for having us today. We've been having ongoing conversations over the last couple of weeks with the Department of Public Health locally here, as well as the State Department of Public Health and DESE, which is the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education. We have another conference call scheduled for tomorrow morning, which I anticipate will give us some additional guidance, but here's where we are as of right now. We've canceled all of our out-of-state or out-of-the-country field trips for the time being. We have canceled all or are in the process of canceling any outdoor field trips. We're going to continue to have, we're canceling our indoor field trips. Any of our outdoor field trips, because we have a number of students and classes that go out to the salt marshes and to Cranes Beach and to the vernal pools, and those activities we're going to continue with. But anything that's inside theater or the museums or any trips like that have been canceled for the next 30 days. In terms of large group gatherings, we are holding the ballroom dancing exposition this evening. We are sending a letter out to parents, just warning them of our concerns, but felt that we were going to go ahead with that this evening. We also have a middle school play that's going to go on over the weekend. We anticipate that we'll have additional guidance around that tomorrow morning after I speak with the Department of Education. But right now that's scheduled to go on. We aren't able to record that because we don't have the rights to do that from the company that we buy the playwright from. In terms of outside groups, we're going to be canceling any of our outside groups having access to the buildings for the current time being, probably at least the next 30 days. We are considering continuing any cohort activities that involve our students. So after school activities that just involve our kids in the schools are going to continue. The readathon is still going to happen. Evening classes for our music programs, those types of things are still going to happen in the district. We will have additional guidance coming in the next couple of days. Just real quickly, earlier in the week we had a complete disinfection of both the middle and high school was done over the weekend, and Monday night the two elementary schools and the central office were done, so we're in good shape as far as that's concerned. The buses are being disinfected on a daily basis by the bus company. We have increased our cleaning protocols in each of the buildings so that the buildings are being thoroughly cleaned every night. And we'll have some additional changes coming as we receive new guidance. As you know, this is continually evolving, and so we're not exactly sure what's going to happen. If we're talking about school closures or anything like that, we'll certainly be getting out ahead of that.
Thank you, Brian. And on the town side, we've done the same. We've disinfected the town buildings. We've increased the cleaning protocols as well. And I also want to say, with regard to meetings and whatnot, in the notice that just went up on the website today, I'll read from here. To mitigate the spread of COVID-19, the town of Ipswich has decided to cancel all non-essential meetings and events under our control until further notice, effective March 13th, 2020. That would be tomorrow. This decision includes programming by the Library, Council on Aging, and Recreation departments. If you have any questions, please contact the director of the department. And with that, I'm going to pass it over to Colleen Furman, our Public Health Director, who is our direct contact with the State Department of Public Health and also guides us on any of the other public health related issues.
Hi, thank you. So as Tony said, I am in contact with the Mass Department of Public Health, and we are following their guidelines and keeping up to date. We will continue to communicate through the website to the public regarding any necessary steps as far as isolation and quarantine guidance. Currently, there are no cases in Ipswich, but we do hope that everyone will follow the recommendations of hand washing, essentially self-monitoring for symptoms of fever, cough, shortness of breath. Contact your health provider if you have those symptoms. Certainly, if you feel you're ill, you should stay home. And essentially, we want people who are at higher risk to avoid crowds, and those higher risk individuals are people who are older adults, have compromised immune systems or underlying health conditions, and pregnant women. If you have any questions and need additional guidance, please reach out to the local public health department. We're happy to answer your questions.
Thank you, Colleen. Now I'd like to introduce Lieutenant John Hubbard, who will give us an update on the state emergency management protocols.
Thanks, Tony. So we're a member of the Cape Ann Emergency Planning Team, which is a group of local communities, Rockport, Gloucester, Essex, Manchester, and Ipswich, and we get together for planning purposes and for training purposes, and we've been meeting regularly regarding this. We had a briefing last week with the director of the Leahy Health Emergency Services Program, who is leading the charge on the COVID-19 response, and they gave us an update on the hospital's readiness to accept patients and worst case scenarios if it was to become a massive outbreak in the area, and we feel that they're very ready. We also receive briefings from MEMA daily, sometimes every other day, about what's going on. So we're keeping updated with that, and we pass that information along to the departments as they need it. So,
all right, thank you, John. And last but not least, we have Sheila Taylor, who works with one of our more vulnerable populations, the seniors in Ipswich. So if you'd like to just give us an update on what you're doing in your office and over at the Senior Center at Town Hall.
Sure, thank you, Tony. So the health and safety of our older adults that are patrons of ours are of utmost concern to us. So in that vein, we are suspending all of our programs starting tomorrow, except for a few of our more critical programs, we feel. So income tax preparation will continue, shine counseling, and we have podiatry visits tomorrow. That will all continue. More importantly, probably, is the van service. We will be continuing van service. We'll have 2 available to get people. We'll have a separate van for people that are showing symptoms, possibly of the virus, that will be brought to their medical office in that separate van, and then we'll have another van for regular visits to grocery store, for health, other medical appointments, a hairdresser, whatever our normal activities are. And we also, full staff will be on board doing whatever needs to happen, keeping people safe in their homes. And we also will have the center open in case people want to come, get away from the news, and just have a break. As long as people are healthy, not showing any signs of symptoms, they're welcome.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Okay, folks, we just wanted to give an update. Again, we want to stress that right now the risk is low here in Essex County, but these are the precautionary measures that we want to take and are being advised to take. So we don't want anybody to, panic about the situation. The risk is still low here, but we want to let everybody know that you should avoid large, gathering places to try to keep any sort of potential transmission to a minimum. And while we'll be having some essential meetings at Town Hall, i.e. the Select Board will still be meeting Monday night, FinCom still meeting tonight, we will be taking precautions in that meeting to assure that people are at least 3 feet apart and taking all the standard safety protocols for those meetings. So again, please go to our website, www.ipswichma.gov. Again, www.ipswichma.gov. We have a dedicated webpage for COVID-19. All of these updates and information from the state, from us, anything that has to do with this that'll help you prepare and answer any questions you may have is on that webpage. So we thank you for your time. Be safe, and please call or Town Hall or the schools if you have any questions or concerns about this ongoing process. Thank you very much.